Trent, does the fact that you've got this huge prize ahead of you, does that take a little bit of the sting away from the Premier League?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely. I think if our season did end on Sunday, it would have been a hard way to end it. But this uplifts you. You've got probably the biggest game in club football of the season. So yeah, I mean, I think you can tell by the smiles that everyone's in training today. Everyone's happy. So yeah, there's nothing to complain about. It wasn't meant to be, but at least we've got a Champions League final.
And definitely nothing to complain about. You're up for a treble of trophies. And also there was that charge. You were 14 points behind Man City. It's been an amazing season.
Yeah, it has. I think in the league, still unbeaten in the calendar year.
Just one defeat, but that was Inter Milan, and you won an aggregate anyway.
Yeah, they don't count.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. No, that doesn't count at all. No. But yeah, an unbelievable season to think. What is it? I think it's 62 games, lost 3. One of them was like the Inter Milan game. So, I mean, to win or draw 60 games in a season is an incredible achievement for us. So yeah, we're proud of where we are, but we know we've got one last game, one last kick around in France. Let's see where that takes us.
Great showpiece, but also personally, you've won everything at the age of 23.
Mm-hmm.
Youngest player to win all 6 major trophies at an English club: Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup. It's not a bad collection. It's a rocket of a rise.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think as you're going along, I think at the start, you win first trophy is the Champions League, not a bad way to start it. And then obviously you have the Super Cup and that. You don't quite think of them records at the time. You just think, yeah, they're nice and they're nice trophies to have. And then when it comes around, it's like, yeah, it's a special achievement. I think it hasn't really set in for me what I've achieved yet. I think if it was a different player, that's when I kind of appreciate them kind of records more. It's like when it's a different player, you think, oh, wow, he's young and he's done that. That's impressive. But when it's yourself, you kind of you don't quite get emotional about it. But hopefully in the summer I'll be laying on a beach somewhere, and hopefully I'll have 2 Champions Leagues and the rest of them.
Does it make you greedy for more?
Oh yeah, massively greedy. I'm starving really.
But you have good people around you, don't you? And do you stay grounded? I mean, I'm joking about it, but you could be complacent. You think, oh, I'm complacent, I've done all this, it's all going fine. And it takes the edge off you then.
No trophy that I've ever won or any achievement or any record I've ever broke has ever satisfied me. I don't think it ever will. So that hunger to continue to get better, to improve, will never leave me. I think you're always striving for perfection, even though that doesn't exist. And even close to perfection is more than difficult to get. So that's what you're striving for as a footballer, and that's my mentality. That for me, there's still so much more that I can achieve. There's so many more records I can break. There's so many more good games and trophies I can win, and individual awards that I can win. So for me, you can't stop here. You're still so young. I've still got hopefully over a decade left in the game. So it's why waste any moments. I'm gonna have to play for that long anyway, so I might as well make it a good ride.
And that's driven by the manager, and it's driven by the dressing room as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
They wouldn't let you slack off.
Not a chance. You think if I tried to slip off with a million end, they wouldn't slap me around the head? No, they no. Even if I did try and I wouldn't even think about it, to be honest with them around. Even if I did try, they'd have me right in shape again. So. No, I'm excited to see how far I can take this and see where I end up, and when I hang my boots up in hopefully many years time, I'll be proud of what I've achieved. I think even if I was to do it now, I'll be proud. But when you do at a young age, you have that appetite to keep going further. How far can I take it? How much more can I win? So that'll always be my mentality.
What's the biggest rollicking you've ever had from the manager?
I don't think I've had too many, hopefully I'll get one soon anyway.
I'll ask Andy Robertson.
No, it's never. It would never be about. It would be about my mentality, about my body language. That's something he has got me about. To be honest, my body language. I think it's because I'm quite like chilled on the pitch, and that it kind of might come across that I'm like a bit tired or just not really up for it. So that instead of not show any weakness on the pitch.
Yeah, he's got a man who likes positive energy, doesn't he?
Exactly.
You look at so many great players that haven't made it to the Champions League final or European Cup final. I'll give you a few: Bergkamp, Aguero, Chiellini, Baggio, Vieira, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Zola, Cantona. All of these guys never got a sniff of the Champions League, and you have made it.
Yeah.
Does that enhance your enjoyment? Does that make you feel special?
Yeah, definitely. Because I obviously some of them players I didn't quite get to see as much of, but the more recent ones, you know, they're the ones that the household names for me. So to hear legends of the game like that not being to a Champions League final is incredible, and for me to be here now on my third.
So I'm laughing because who are the oldies in that?
Like Baggio, and I never got to see Baggio.
Ah,
I never got to see Baggio or Zola. I was a bit young.
fair enough. It's okay. This is when I feel suddenly really old. It's like, think back to that Champions League final in Kiev, 2018, lost against Real Madrid. What's your abiding memory of that night?
Just it hurts a lot. My first probably big defeat in my career. But for me, it's the best lesson that we ever got taught was that game, how to win the Champions League, how to win a final, how to win a game. The way they, you know, took control of the game after taking the lead was something I'd never seen a team do before. So I think that taught us as a team a lot on how to win games.
Did you think once you'd lost that final, the opportunity was lost?
No, not at all. That's probably the biggest memory I kind of have. I remember like after the game being in the shower and that, and just I was surprised because I think growing up you think, oh, losing the Champions League final, that's got to be the worst thing in football. You like, it'll be the worst feeling. Your heart's gonna be broken. You're gonna be crying. Like, you know, you can't get over it for years. For me, it hurt just as much as any other game. There was nothing really special about it. Yeah, it hurt in certain aspects, you know. Giving them kind of like watching them lift the trophy and stuff like that, and giving them kind of a guard of honour going to get the medals, and that was tough. But I think afterwards, for me, I kind of thought about the manager, I thought about the players, and I thought, there's no way we're not going to be back here. I knew I'd be back there, and I thought, I'm 19, still got so many years ahead of me. I have to get back there, and I mean, I never thought it'd be next year, but I knew I'd be back there at some point.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic. And what do you remember of that night? I mean, it's a night of success and a wonderful evening.
I think I always say I've had special moments on a pitch. I've been lucky to have special moments, but the moment Divock scored, I think that's the best I've ever had on a football pitch. Just that knowing that we've won. There's no way I was like, that feeling of what I've won the Champions League. I mean, there was still a few minutes to go, but kind of it was, you know, we kind of knew it was done. And I was like, I've actually done it. We've actually done it. It was incredible, an incredible feeling.
Now you've got to do it again.
Yeah, hopefully I feel the same way on Saturday.
Good man.